If you have ever walked into a Dollar Tree and looked at the decor and said that there's no way that this can look high-end, think again. Today, I am showing you how to turn ordinary Dollar Tree items into extraordinary fall decor. These ideas are easy, affordable, and sure to impress.
Hi, I'm Loli, and I'm so glad you are here.
For this quick and easy project, I'll be using this decor piece from Dollar Tree, that candle holder, and a small tea light candle. I did not like how the raffia looked in this piece, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that bow from there and the raffia that's around the neck and that button as well. Then I'm going to position this glass container on top of the candle holder, and I will be using some hot glue to do that. But first, I needed to remove that tag from the bottom. Then I added the hot glue to that raised section, this corrugated section right here of that bottom of the jar, and then position it on top of the candle holder. And this was a perfect fit for this. I just held it in place until it adhered. If you want to make this permanent, go ahead and use some E6000. Then I took some of this raffia from Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around the neck of that jar twice and tightly tie it there using a double knot. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the two tails behind. Next, I took a big piece of raffia and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around my hand about 3 or 4 times. I'm wrapping it around my 2 fingers, and then I'm going to take one of the tails and put it through in between 2 of my fingers, just looping it. You'll see here in a second what I mean. I just put it behind that piece of raffia and then looped it into that loop that I created as I wrapped it around. Go ahead and take that edge or that tail and then tighten it up. Then remove that bow from my fingers. Make sure that that knot was centered and then tighten it up really well. And then cut off the excess raffia from this. This is going to be a cute bow that's going to replace that bow that was in this piece previously. Then I added a little bit of hot glue where that knot was located and glued it right at the center of the knot on the jar. Then we're just going to go ahead and trim off the raffia to shorten up those tails here, and then we are left with a beautiful bow. We're going to go ahead and take that button that came off from this piece before and add it to the center of our bow, and this looks so much cuter than what it looked like before. Now we're going to just add a tiny tea light candle to the inside, and that is it for this one. Let me know what you think. This Kirkland's item was my inspiration for the next project. We're going to recreate it for a lot cheaper. For this project, I'll be using 3 of these new candles that I got from Dollar Tree and 3 of these pumpkins that I got last year from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove all of the tops from each of these. My friend, today's video is part of the Autumn Inspiration Challenge that is hosted monthly by Katie from Lady Red Crafting, myself, Loli from Loli's Creations, and our guest host is the amazing Jackie Burns Creations. Take a breath, Loli. Links to the channels, the playlist will be linked in the description box below and also put in the comments. Make sure to head on over to the channels, the playlist, and show everyone some love. I'm done. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and open up holes in the middle of each one at the top of the pumpkin. And to measure exactly how much we need to cut off, I'm just using the back of one of the candles so I know exactly how much I need to cut off. These candles will be going right here, and we are using the bottom of it as our template. And using that indentation, I'm just using my X-Acto knife, making sure that the blade remains straight up and down and it does not go any kind of angle. So we have a nice straight cut into that circumference that we drew. And if there's any areas that did not follow that, we're just going to go in small sections and cut off any excess of that foam that remained behind. All right, so here we're making sure that that candle fits right onto our pumpkin, and I repeated this process with the other 2 as well. And painted all 3 using Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. The coverage wasn't that great, so I mixed some baking soda with the same paint and added another coat of that, and also wanted this to have that beautiful cement look. And we are painting the middle one with some truffle from Apple Barrel. And I repainted the two other pumpkins with Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. My sweet friend, if you enjoyed this video so far, please go ahead and hit that like button, and while you're there, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you are notified each time that I upload a new video. Now we're going to add some candles to this piece, and that is it for this project. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this one. For this one, I'll be using this leather piece from Dollar Tree I got for $1/4. Guys, run to Dollar Tree, stock up on this if you can. All right, we're going to use the entire piece for this project. Then we're going to use this fluffy fabric that I also got from Dollar Tree, and this was also available recently. This I got last year though, but I did see it again at my Dollar Tree. I'm going to fold one of the edges, as you see there, like making a hem. And I'm going to secure it in place with some hot glue. Just adding hot glue very thinly so it does not become a lumpy mess. I'm just going to go ahead and work as quick as I can, just trying to smooth it down before that hot glue dries, and so I don't burn my fingers either. Now we're going to add some hot glue to that same edge. I wanted this to be a nice finished edge. I wanted this to be a nice finished edge. So I did it that way for that reason. Now we're going to position that fluffy section of the edge of the other piece of fabric onto it, trying to keep it as straight as possible. And we're going to press it down firmly because we want to make sure that that adheres not just to the fuzzy part, but to the actual fabric. And this is what it looked like on that side. Then I brought my leather about a little bit further down that half and where you can see the actual leather. And I'm positioning here my fluffy piece. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want it to fit. I'm not sure if I want to have more of the fluffy piece showing the top or more of the leather. I can't say leather today. I'm sorry, guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue the edges here with some hot glue. If you are good at sewing, I will say go ahead and sew it. You can use hot glue, you can use fabric glue or the tacky glue as well. Both things will work here. Just positioning that in place, making sure that everything is nice and straight. And I am gluing only those side portions. I'm making sure they not go all the way up because I don't want to add any glue to these edges here because I want the fluffy piece to fall on top of the leather. So here I'm just adhering the piece of fluffy. I don't know why I did it this way here. Well, here you'll see how I changed it. I realized what I did. We're tucking the edge under because that's what we wanted. I want a nice finished look. So once I did that, I'm going to add hot glue to the edges of the pillow. The leather is a little bit down into that. So it has a little bit of a lip that I'm able to glue that in. Here I'm finishing off that edge, making sure again to keep my strokes thin and press down quickly so that way I will not end up with any bumps on my leather. And then I flipped it over so it's easier for me to glue the other side. Just added some hot glue to the very edge of the leather section at the top here and glued down my fluffy fabric to it. Well, here you see you can always use different kinds of glue, guys. You can use the fabric tag for this if you like as well. So here I'm just making sure that that hot glue only falls on the edge of the leather and then gluing that down, because if we go any further and we have some of the bleed through, you will be gluing this leather, the back portion of the leather, together with the fluffy section, and you don't want that because we are going to be stuffing this. I just left a little corner open on that section where the leather is at the top on the opposite side of what I'm touching now. Here I'm just removing the pieces of glue that are on the edges here. Again, you will avoid this if you just sew this in. For a final little touch here, I'm taking that pumpkin that I had left over from a previous DIY And we're going to add some glue to the back of this pumpkin as well and glue it right to the center of our fluffy area right there. And this came out so beautiful, but we are not done yet. You can have a pillow without some stuffing, right? So I just took some of this pillow insert. I just took an old pillow and just took the stuffing from it and added it to our new beautiful pillow, and then just made sure that I had some of that stuffing on all of the corners so it has this beautiful form to it. Then took some hot glue and sealed that little piece that I have not done the same way that I did the other edges. And I had some of the backing of the fabric be seen on the other side, or the back side of the pillow, I should say. And I didn't quite like seeing that back in there. So I took my X-Acto knife and, being very careful, following the edge of the leather piece, I cut in small sections that fabric. It's kind of like the stitching is like, like it's woven within itself. So I just kept tearing small amounts and pulling towards the side as I was doing that to not cut any of the fluffy pieces. And I did that until I completely removed the fabric from the edges. And that is it for this project. Let me know in the comments section, what do you think about this one? I absolutely love it. This was a Dollar Tree pumpkin that I had did for some friends. It was before I had a channel. So I'm just removing that bow that I created on it before. These are 2 tumbling tower blocks that I have glued together, stained, and glued to the top section of the pumpkin. This is one of those foam pumpkins that Dollar Tree has in white and in orange. I'm just heating up that glue so I'm able to remove the stem off of this. We're going to give it a nice facelift. To do that, I'm going to use this little beanie cap that I got from Dollar Tree last year during the winter season. We're going to go ahead and position our pumpkin inside of it. As you see here, it had like a little string that you can tighten it up. I tightened it up to completely close that opening and then tied that piece of elastic in a knot. Then we're going to go ahead and flip it over and decide exactly how much of the fabric from the bottom we need to trim off. So once I was happy with how this pumpkin was covered, then I can figure out exactly how much I needed to cut off. And I use the ridges that are in those stripes that you see on there as a guide. And I just cut straight across around the entire beanie cap, leaving enough fabric that will cover the bottom as well. Here I'm just making sure that everything is covered and trying to strategize exactly how I want the fabric to fall, so that way the bottom will be flat and we will not have a topsy-turvy pumpkin. Are you enjoying the content? If you are, please go ahead and hit that like button, and also let me know in the comments section where you're watching from, and share this video with someone who will enjoy it just as much as you do, because sharing is caring and it helps my channel grow. Thank you so much. Then I took a stem that I have laying around for everything and anything, and I just poked a hole in the middle of the bottom of the pumpkin. This is pretty hollow, so it was easy to do. And then I used that same stem and just go ahead and pretty much just squeeze that fabric in there. I just fed it through that hole, and that pressure from it being against itself, it just kept everything in place. So there was no need to add any hot glue to it. I just kept tucking it in, and again, being very careful in how I was doing it to make sure that everything in the fabric was even, so our pumpkin will sit actually flat. And this is how it turned out. Now I'm going to trim off this excess elastic band that we have at the top. So just add a small scissors, just try to do it very closely to that knot. Just make sure your knot is nice and tight before you do that. Next, we are going to take the same stem that I created for the previous pumpkin, and we're going to add it to this one. But I wanted to, wait, what am I doing? Oh, I poked a hole. I poked a hole in the top also, but a small one, so I can feed that little knot into that hole. Then took that stem that I removed from it previously, remove all the old glue off of it. Then added some new hot glue to it and position it right there at the center of that top section of the pumpkin. So I made sure that it was truly secure. I'm going to take one of these metal tags that I got about a year or two ago from Dollar Tree. I'm deciding which one I'm going to use. I went with the leaf. I just trimmed off some of that leather that's at the top and added to the stem of the pumpkin using some hot glue. I just made sure to wrap it all the way around, securing it to the base. And that is it for this project. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this one. This is another quick and easy one. I'm going to take this, I believe I got this from Dollar Tree, either Dollar Tree or Dollar General for $2.50. I'm going to clean it very well. This is just a cute lantern, and I had added this bow in a previous DIY that you see at the top. You can find these at Dollar Tree in the plus section. After I cleaned it very well, I'm going to remove the top off of this. It just has a couple clips underneath, so just be very careful not to break those. And then just put your thumbs on both sides. As you see here, just lift very carefully and it just pops right off. I found these beautiful tiny pumpkins that I got from Hobby Lobby. They were on clearance. And I'm just going to add some to the bottom section of this lantern, just covering the candle at about 1/3. I'm making sure to pick pieces that are not broken and to have pieces in different sizes so everything will look even and that pieces will not have spaces in between, so you wouldn't see the candle behind. And once this was to my liking or to the level that I wanted, I'm just going to go ahead and reposition the cap over it. Make sure those pieces snap right back in place. Just make sure that you even them out or you align them correctly. Just push it down and it closes. And that is it for this one. Look at it, how cute turned on. Let me know in the comments section, what do you think about this project? I love it.
My friend, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you enjoyed today's content, here is some more videos you are sure to enjoy. Thank you again so much for watching. You're amazing. Bye.